What is up, guys? It's your girl here, Paul Maverick. And I have nothing else but to say Ikea's hot dogs are nasty. Just nasty. Oh. So I went to Ikea and it was really cool. Like we would look around and stuff. I went with a couple people because I've never been to Ikea before. I heard of it while I was overseas, and the reason why and how I heard of it was back in the day, Nickelodeon would have a show called Nick Takes Over Your Room. And if you wanted to be shown on it, if you wanted Nick to take over your room, you can only get the applications in Ikea. Well, where I lived, we didn't have Ikea. I don't think we've ever had an Ikea, and even if we did, it was way out there. But I don't think where we were had an Ikea, period. But the way Ikea was like a furniture store, and I thought it was like some big food store, things that kind of like Walmart, but like a big mall like thing designated for that stuff. That's what I thought. Well, it's a furniture store only, and it does have food courts. It has 2 food courts. They have one where it's like serving, and I've actually seen that on YouTube, where it's actually serving cakes and other kind of foods and things like that. And let's say you just want a normal hot dog, you go downstairs, you do your little groceries, which is like Swedish meatballs, jams, fish, things like that. Like, I thought the weirdest thing I saw for me was a tube that says cream roe, which is like eggs. Like a fish egg spread, and that there's a little kid on the tube eating the spread on toast. I guess it's a Swedish delicacy. Who am I to judge? I mean, I'm pretty sure putting cheese, like Laughing Cow cheese, on bread would be weird for others, or Nutella on slice of bread or whatever, or dipping pickles in Nutella. That would be weird. And it is weird, but it's a good food combination to me, at least. But, who am I to judge? If that's what you like, that's what you like. Who am I to judge? But while I was there, it was like cool, like kind of like ideas of what the room would be like if you did that. I was pretending like one area was like my apartment and things like that. If I was to have an apartment, this is what it would look like, things like that. But, and not only that, there was this cool jacket that I wanted. But the thing of it is, the store doesn't sell clothes. Yet it has clothes for display purposes. And I would make fun, like, I bet you if I stole one, since it's not for sale. So if it's not for sale, it's not stealing. Bet you if I took one, no one would know. My friend's like, no, you are not doing that. And the funny part was the hanger that the jacket was hanging from was for sale. That was for sale. Not the jacket. That was for sale. And yet it sold like bags, like lunch bags and messenger bags and backpack, which I did get a backpack. And while I was there, I also got this. This sort of like woodman, that's what they called it, where, you would use to have an idea of how the structure of anatomy is, things like that, the hinges and things of that sort, if you're into the drawing, stuff like that. I had a smaller version, but I can't remember how it happened. I think someone broke it, where the hand itself, as you can see, broke. And the hand would be dangling, and the spring that would hold it to make it move was gone. But anywho, that's why I was at Ikea. And while I was at Ikea, we were hungry. My friend and I, we were hungry. And so we went and got the hot dogs. We're like, okay, let's get a hot dog. That's simple enough. Because, like, I wasn't into Swedish meatballs, and who knows how much that other food court was going to cost. Because the hot dogs, for a regular hot dog, it cost $1. And then for the veggie dog, it cost 75 cents. You would think it's the other way around, since organic stuff is a lot more expensive and things like that. Well, no, it was 75 cents for a veggie dog and $1 for a regular hot dog. 25 cents more. And then you can get a pretzel while you're there. And then if you want, you can get smoothies or a Coke. You can also get ice cream, I believe it was. We didn't want ice cream. We just wanted to eat, simple hot dog. We got a pretzel. Apparently, he had accidentally, you could get, what was it? It was like almost $2 for like 2 hot dogs. You could get 2 hot dog combo and that was it. Apparently, they accidentally bought 2 combos. So two hot dog combos, meaning 4 hot dogs. I wanted to get a smoothie, but it looked like they were having trouble with the fridge, so I had to get a Coke instead. Which the Coke was nasty. A can of Coke, the Coca-Cola that they had tasted nasty. It didn't taste like the regular Coca-Cola I drank. It was nasty. It was dehydrated. Dehydrated Coca-Cola. Oh my god, it was like nasty as the generic one. Don't ever get the generic. Stick with the brand. Don't ever go with the generic. Ooh. So, I mean, the thing of it is, the hot dogs were nasty. The hot dogs, I'm sure we've all had this where it's either we're really hungry and we would just eat it, whatever, or it's just one of those things like, yeah, it's good for a few bites, but after the more you eat into it, it's gross. It becomes like, bleh. And that's what that was. It was like, bleh. I gave it to my friend because he was really hungry. So I gave them both. That way it was on waste. And the pretzel wasn't like, the weird thing about a pretzel is like, we've all know what pretzels look like. I mean, if you've lived in America, the pretzels are like in loops. So it's like a typical like pretzel, like they're in loops, like crisscross and things like that. This one was like twisted. So it was like challah, but it was a lot thinner. So it was a lot thinner and kind of like a lot longer, things like that. And it didn't really taste like a pretzel. At least not the pretzels I grew up with, the soft pretzels I grew up. It was different. The texture was a lot different. A little more drier, I would say. A little more drier, but the hot dogs were gross. No flavor. I'll stick to the Oscar Mayer. I'll stick to the Oscar Mayer hot dogs. Or, any other hot dog, like Coney's and things like that, but those hot dogs were nasty. I'm sorry. Even their freaking soda was nasty. Boo! And the pretzel, like I said, it was dry. It was dry. I think it would have been better if they gave us dipping sauces, but apparently they ran out of dipping sauces. I think the dipping sauce was like a spicy mustardy kind of dip. We never got it. I literally had to go up to them and say, hey, we ordered a pretzel. Can you give us a pretzel? Of course, I wasn't rude about it, but like, hey, we're missing a pretzel. So they gave it to us and things like that. But yeah, Ikea hot dogs, nasty. Very, very nasty. There's nothing good about it. I didn't try the veggie dogs because I just didn't trust it, I would like to try a veggie dog. I would like to try a veggie burger. But the thing of it is, if the regular hot dogs are going to taste nasty, I would not be surprised if the veggie dogs, the organic dogs, the impossible dogs are going to taste the same. So yeah, I didn't want to waste the thing. I think it is I'm an omnivore. I eat both vegetables and meat. I'm an omnivore. Okay. Oh gosh.